The man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And you know how they say it's not about the money? Sometimes it is about the money. Matt Ryan is going to average $30 million in salary per year now as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and he more than deserves it. The NFL's MVP in 2016.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. But at least he was able to break. That initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, Ryan. Taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi able to slump him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Mayfield steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tech McKinley able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mayfield.
And downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Third and long for Mayfield. Going for it all. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 26 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Atlanta Falcons, their offense takes the field again. And the story for them this year, if you had to sum it up in one word, I think you would agree, it's been injuries in 2018. This is not the year they expected to have.
And it really happened on both sides of the ball, but it happened bigger on the defensive side of the ball. Keanu Neal, their free safety. Ricardo Allen, their strong safety. Deion Jones missed 10 games at middle linebacker. Flip it over to the offense. Devontae Freeman missed much of the season at running back. Both starting guards, Brandon Fusco and Andy Levitri, were both out. You're exactly right. Injuries were the name of the game for the Falcons in 2018. Hopefully they can get everyone back and move forward, because that's a dynamite team when they're all together.
A gain of 3, second down. On second down, here's Ryan. Escapes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now Landry. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Well, thinking about what the Cleveland Browns have been able to do this year, I guess not many places, not many franchises, if you're fighting around 500, would you be saying, hey, this is a giant leap forward? But this is a giant leap forward this year for Cleveland.
After years and years and years of false starts, it is a huge leap forward. And not only are they on the right track now, because they've got coaching, working with administration, with the players playing well. They're not only taking a big step forward, they're still in the playoff hunt. Think about that for the Cleveland Browns in 2018.
After the last 3 years winning a combined 4 football games. First carry for Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Fighting his way through contact. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, I'm coming. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 45. Mike, 45. Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
22!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. I think it's fair to say he's struggling. He would definitely look at us and say that he's struggling right now. But the team's winning, so what's a quarterback's mindset at this point?
To not put his struggles at the forefront, to not show the team he's upset about what's going on with him, but actually show the team that he's excited that they're winning the game. And tell him, hey, my bad on the errors. I'll try and correct that, but love what you guys are doing. Keep doing it. Make sure he sticks.
That he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
There after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10 now, Ryan. And finding the Tight end Hooper. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one goes for 24 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Green 39. Green 39.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he trucked him. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run with Chubb. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. 45 tonight. 45 tonight. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now Hardy on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
11. 20.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
And looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now he's forced out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 52 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Drops it off for Coleman. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further out of hand.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield to throw it. And it's caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Really good pickup of 28 yards. Mayfield on 1st down. Throwing